all across America, the Tea Parties are the big rage for the conservatives and the people that are fighting back against the evil empire that's trying to take over our country. But, we didn't just get here in just a few short weeks of Barack Obama. We didn't get here in a few short years of Bill Clinton. We got here with an enemy having a plan to take over. And if you go back and look at a lot of the presidents, they said from time to time that, and even Eisenhower, going back to him and his speech as he was leaving office, he was warning us. He was talking about the things within the country. Abraham Lincoln even talked about that. But what's going on right now cannot be settled just by tea parties. Yeah, people get mad when I say that type of stuff, but here is the whole thing. What is your plan? What is your plan? I can tell you what their plan has been. They've raised up people to take over offices, to make a difference in their behalf. You've got conservatives on one side that believe that, in the individualism, in the greatness that just takes place within each individual if you're given the opportunity to follow and use your talents. And that's a great power. But usually individualists do not gather together because they're believing in their own thing. They just want that freedom. And on the other hand, you got people that want their butt wiped, that are getting in a crowd and making plans so they can get just that, get their butt wiped. Well, look at the media. Every day, poor President Bush, putting up with that crap in the hardest of times. And yet, here it is. Every day being beaten down and lied about. And then the truth, when it's a great thing, is not represented whatsoever in the media. And if it is, it's just a smidge of what the real truth is. So what are we going to do about that? Ted Turner, even though he's a liberal, he went out and he started his own television station. I'm sure we're smart enough as conservatives to do that, but who's going to step up? Who's going to do that? Who with money is willing to put their money where their mouth is? We're in a position where we may not even have that position much longer. And then you've got the USA Today. The owner of that is about as liberal as is going to be. And yet, what is our answer to that? How come we don't have a national newspaper that actually reports in a journalistic way with truth and really explaining how things are? We don't have that. Who's going to do that? You look at the school systems. Well, we know what that is. And that's one of the 10 points of Marxism, to get control of the school system. So they have control of the schools, they got control of the colleges, and they've got control of, TV, newspapers. What are we going to do? We need a plan. And that's the only way anything is going to change. Who have we raised up? Who have we raised up as leaders within the Republican Party? We have very few people in there that have true conservative principles. And that's the problem. We are not raising hardly anyone up. And the people that are in office that are not upholding what they said they were going to do for us, why are we leaving them there? But we do. On the other hand, you got John Murtha up in Pennsylvania who can go out and he can call his constituents morons and still get elected a week later. That's a sad tale on what everything is. But if we're going to do this, if we're really going to make a difference, let's start getting in their arena where they are beating us to death, and let's actually get in the game. We got people like Glenn Beck, where he's out there talking to scientists that actually took Al Gore to court in England and beat him. They said, well, it'll take $2 million here to take him to court, but yet nobody does it. Why not? We could beat him here too, and we would have a starting point of saying, see, they're lying in their representation constantly. Well, are we going to do anything, or are we just going to continue to go have a little tea party without not having any idea what we're really going to do as a group, because we don't. That's the way it is right now.